Welcome. In this segment we'll be talking about Blackboard Basics. So Blackboard is a software that SUNY ESF faculty use to work interactively with students. It's a great place where you can go online and share PowerPoints, assignments, and videos, and more. And it's all password protected. So how do you access Blackboard? If you go to blackboard.syr.edu and log in with your net ID, you'll gain access to your side of Blackboard. As a faculty member, you'll see your complete list of all the courses you currently are teaching and all the courses you have already taught. So from that list of courses that you see that you've taught or that you're currently teaching, you can go in and you can share information between the two, copy and paste, and build content. And that's the whole goal of Blackboard, is setting up a class and building content. So when you go into Blackboard for the first time, there's a template that's built in. And so from the template of labels that come up, you can click on any of those labels and you can add, delete, hide content. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more, about why you would want to be doing those things. So again, after you log into Blackboard and you choose the class that you want to work on, you're going to see a list of content areas. So from those contents, you can actually click on a down arrow. I'm going to show you that screen in a minute. And you can actually hide that from view. So if it's something that you're working on, maybe you're working on a lab or an assignment for a class or a unit, you can hide it until you're ready to show it to the students. Or you can add a whole new content label. Maybe you add a whole new week, a whole new assignment. You can add a whole item. You can also just delete content labels. So if Blackboard has given you a label by default because it gives you a template to begin with and you don't wish to use it, you can just delete it. Let's take a look at that screen. So after you go into Blackboard and you've chosen your course, within the course you can go in and you can create new content. So way above the column where there's the list of all the content labels, you'll see a plus sign. And all you have to do is click on that plus sign, add content area, and you can type in whatever it is that you want to add in that area. Do you want to add your faculty information? Do you want to add your syllabus? Do you want to go ahead and add some unit information or some lab information or an assignment? And that plus sign is what you need to remember. That's going to gain you access to add any content to your class. Let's talk about what happens once you have that list of content areas in that left side. So once you have your content labels built up on that left side, and again, you get default content area from the Blackboard template automatically, there's a down arrow that you can click on. So you put your mouse next to the content area that you wish to either hide or rename or delete. And then you can use that and you can choose individually, content by content, what you'd like to do with each one. So for example, if I'm building course information and I want to work on it but not show it to the students yet, I'll go ahead and build that content, I'll name that label, I'll add in all of my unit information, my PowerPoints, my assignment, but I'll keep it hidden from view until I'm ready to show it to the students. So there's lots of ways that you can use the rename, show, and delete options. And again, that's all on that left side of your Blackboard screen after you log into your course. Once you're in your course, you need to do some organizing, and you need to do this right off the bat. Even before you go on Blackboard, you need to get a sense of how you want to organize your class. Think about how you traditionally teach. And I must say, the great thing about Blackboard is you can use it for a completely online class, or you can use it as an add-on to an in-person class. Maybe you just want to have all the assignments listed, or just the lecture notes, or maybe you want to use it for the grade book. You can use as much or as little of Blackboard as you wish for each class that you're teaching. So within Blackboard, you want to have a sense of organization. What do you want to add on to it? Your syllabus, your faculty information? Do you want to add in TA information, course outlines, suggested reading, required reading? All these things you need to have organized before you go into Blackboard, so once you get in, you can type it all in and organize it. You also need to determine how you would like to organize week by week how you're teaching. Are you going to be saying that this is week 1, this is week 2, or this is the week of September such and such? Or do you want to do it maybe by labs or by assignments? So this is something you have to think about before you go into Blackboard. How do I want to list out my content? How do I want students to find the information and to work with the information? What is the best way that I can organize this course? Again, You need to choose your content area labels carefully. Again, you need to decide if you want to do it by week of, by dates, by unit names, and get that down on paper before you go into Blackboard. The really great thing about Blackboard is you can add in almost anything. You can add in your lecture notes, assignments, PowerPoints, and videos. And so once you have your content labels all set up, you can go ahead, and I'll show you the screen here. Once you click on your content label, for example, I've clicked on maybe week of August 25th here. I can go to Build Content, and I can put anything I want in that content area. I can put in videos, I can put in PowerPoint presentations, and that's under Build Content. The next option over says Assessments, and that's where you would build the content for assessments such as surveys and assignments and tests. So after you've built that content and you have those labels on the left-hand side, you need to add in all of your information. Again, you're going to need to take a moment and look at what you've already been doing and figure out what PowerPoints and lecture notes and videos and tests and surveys and assignments that you need to add on. But it's all very clearly here, but again, the starting point is adding those content labels. Very important too, while you're working on your Blackboard course, the default, unfortunately, is that the course is unavailable, meaning no one can see it but yourself and any TAs that you have. So it's up to you on when you want to make your course available, but you need to know that the default for Blackboard is that no one can see the course. So once you've built the course and you're ready to show it to your students, you need to go ahead and make the course available. And it's up to you when you want to do this, if you want to do this before the semester starts or after you've built up the course enough and you're further into the semester and you're ready to use it. So these are the steps on how to make the course available. There's a whole section on course management. So from the control panel, under customization properties, you would say yes, that you want to make your course available. Very important that you need to remember to do that. If you need any help along the way working on your Blackboard course, we do have an online LibGuide at Moon Library, libguides.esf.edu/online, and we update this all the time with new tips and tricks and features. Blackboard is constantly being upgraded, and so we keep this online LibGuide up to date so that we can share all this breaking information about Blackboard. There's also basic information about how to get started and tips and tricks. So to wrap up, it's very important to remember to get into Blackboard, you need to have your net ID. And remember that you can add, delete, hide, and rename all the content labels. Blackboard gives you a default template, and you need to work with that and also add in your information too and customize it. You need to be consistent with how you put your content labels in. For the sake of the students, you need to have consistency with how you're doing your labeling to keep them on track. And most important too, remember to make your course available. I hope you've learned something about Blackboard. Remember to visit our LibGuide online. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.